Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-do.
Nerds!
Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome.
This is chapter 10.
Double digits.
We made it, the big 1-0. And um, to commemorate this occasion, Paige moved out of the closet.
I did. I'm not in the closet anymore, everybody. I am in my guest room.
Oh, yeah.
We do more podcasts than we have guests over, so
Makes sense.
yeah. I was like, well, we should use it more often.
All right. Real quick, everybody, we will be doing a giveaway in this episode.
Yes. Well, doing it or giving it away?
We will be telling you what to do for a giveaway in this episode.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying for both me and the audience.
Yes. So everybody pay attention, and it is time sensitive. So all right, today, after you've all liked and subscribed and everything, we are talking about Funko Pops.
Woohoo!
Funko Pop.
You just make up another theme song for him.
No, that's like Dirty Pop from NSYNC.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They should totally do that. All right, Funko. Earlier, did I say this in like an actual podcast, or did I just tell you? I told Paige that I don't own any Funko Pops, but I totally do.
Yeah.
I forgot.
It's like that Freaky Friday quote. Oh, I get it. You're a liar.
Okay, in my defense, these aren't Funko Pops to me. They're game pieces. So Paige is gonna be our little expert on this episode.
Just a little, everybody. Not like a lot. Remember, we're average.
She will be our average pert, not expert. Cool. Paige.
Yes.
How many? Oh, I guess for everyone who doesn't know what Funko Pops are, they're these little figurines. It's like the new Beanie Babies.
It really
Except
is.
Squishmallows is probably actually the new Beanie Babies. This is the new
Figurines.
like
G.I.
those
Joes?
metal cars. Yeah, it's the new G.I. Joe.
Are you talking about Hot Wheels?
It's a new Barbie.
Yeah, new Barbie. New
Yes,
Barbie. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's the new Bratz doll.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. All right, Paige.
Yeah.
We are gonna dive into your collection.
All right, let's do it.
All right. How many Funko Pops do you own? You can guess if you don't know.
So Funko has an app called Funko, obviously. And I can keep track of my Funkos. I haven't recently checked it, so I haven't like gone through my Funkos to make sure that they were on there, but on there it says that I own 70.
Whoa. That
Yeah.
means that you have a worth of at least $70.
I mean, you're not wrong. It definitely is at least $70.
Would you feel comfortable telling us how much your collection is worth?
Yeah, I don't mind. Just don't tell anyone where I live. It says on the Funko app, currently my collection is worth $1,684.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's averaging more than $10. Wait, how much did you say? 1,600?
Yeah.
And that's with the 70 that are registered in your app?
Yes. Yes.
That's like $20 per pop. That's $20 a pop.
Yeah. There's actually like I think I have like 10 heavy hitters, and then the rest are all about like $10.
Do you have access to your whichever one is worth the most?
Yeah, actually she's still in the box. Actually, sort of. So this one is pretty expensive. This one just came out. It's the new Max from season 4 of Stranger Things.
Oh.
I have her other one, and that one is also worth like I think it's like worth like $40. Maybe more than that actually. Well, okay, so this one is only worth 17, but the one before this one, she's like worth like $50 or $70. And then I have this one. It's 11 in the red room.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. That one's worth $50. So
Jeez, how
I
much do these cost you to like buy?
this one cost me like $22. The 11 in the red room cost me $22, and Max cost me, okay, so the one that I showed you in the box, that was a gift, so free.
Oh, those are the best ones.
Yeah, but I got it. I know how much it's worth. You can pre-order them for 10 to 12 bucks. But the other one, the one that costs like $70, the one of her in her Halloween costume as I think like Mike Myers in Nightmare on Elm Street. Um, I actually got it from a guy in a parking lot selling out of his trunk.
Craigslist.
Facebook Marketplace. I was like super into Parks and Rec, and if you're into Parks and Rec, they have Tom, the one where it's like he's holding like the treat yourself cupcakes. And
Oh,
I was like,
nice.
that's freaking hilarious. And it also has Jean Ralphio. So he had like a whole bunch of them and they were open boxed. So if you open up them and don't keep the box, they're like a little bit more cheap. But so he was selling them and he was like $80 for a whole bunch of them, or I can sell them individually. So I messaged him and I was like, how much do you want for Tom? He said like $10. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it because he's vaulted, which means you have to either get him from somebody else or eBay. And
Hmm.
so I went to him and I like started looking through his collection and I was like, he has some pretty heavy hitters on here. I think like I looked up Tom's worth and it was $70 alone. And so he's only selling it for
Jeez.
80. And I was like, whatever. I was like, hey, you only wanted 80 for these, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, well, if you're gonna take all of them, here's like a duffel bag to go with it. And so I just got like a whole bunch of Funko Pops from this rando dude. So
For
yeah.
free with your $80 duffel bag.
Yep.
That's awesome. Oh, jeez. Okay. What's your favorite Funko Pop?
Okay, the favorite one, I think I have two. I think it's a tie. I really, really love Louise from Bob's Burgers. So I have her with Kochi or something, the green doll that she has.
Oh, I
And,
didn't know I had a name.
yeah, and then Wanda from Multiverse of Madness when she's like all bloodied up and she's like walking after the people like all scarily. Remember that scene?
Yeah. Does she glow in the dark?
She glows in the dark.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty sick. So that one's for sure my favorite.
My favorite one is I'm gonna go with Harry.
Really?
Well, I mean,
Out
it's
of
out
the
of these
four your
four.
own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you could get any Funko Pop for like somebody who like, because like obviously your collection is just beginning. For you, like if you could have any Funko Pop, which one would you think you'd go for?
Oh gosh. This is such a loaded question because like there's so many layers to it. Number one, I'm an addict. So if I started, there would be no stopping and I would just dig a hole real deep. So I'm just staying away from it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like like I've been able to like not get into Legos, which I think would be a real a real issue for me.
Yeah, same.
Um yeah, because like in preparation for this episode, I've been like looking up Funko Pops and stuff. I downloaded the app and stuff, and like I was like, I messaged you about like this Job of the Hut one. I was like, hey, this dude's selling it for $10. Is that good? And you're like, yeah, that's worth like $30. And like my heart is just like, oh, I could get this for $10 and sell it for 30 and make $20, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, which one would I want? It's like I think the money part of me would just want the best deal.
Hmm.
But then like there's another part of me that's like I don't know, like a sand if there's a sand slash Pokemon one, he's my favorite Pokemon, so that would be a fun one.
I actually think there is, and he might not be too expensive. I don't know who has you for Christmas, but oh, it's me.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Forget
Cool.
we had this conversation.
Okay, I will. Well, but like that's the thing. Like I'm so bad at like collecting. Like I feel like I have too much stuff as it is. So like I don't want to like keep collecting, even though it like potentially has some worth. Well, this is actually kind of bleeding into what I wanted to move on to next, like the appeal of Funko Pops. Like why do you like Funko Pops and why do you collect them? Like why are you in this world?
Well, I think if you'd asked me in the beginning, like in the beginning, I just thought they were like cute hot tchotchkes or whatever. You just put them on the shelf. Like you like bring people in and you're like, oh, look at my one Funko Pop, or maybe you put one on your desk at work. And so that's what it started out because I liked Ray and I went and got a Ray Funko Pop because I just thought it was cool. I was going to put it on my car as a bobblehead and I thought it'd be funny because Ren, our brother, I don't know if I'm supposed to say his name, but our brother, he has a Funko Pop and it's Gretchen from Mean Girls
Mm-hmm.
in his car. And he always goes, she's in the car. So because I tell secrets in the car and that's why her hair is so big. It's like a total joke reference to the movie. And I was like, that's so fun to have like a little thing to put on your dashboard. Unbeknownst to me though, in Idaho, which is where I was, it's illegal to have bobbleheads. So I got the Ray one as a joke, and then it turned into like, oh, she has a Ray one. Well, what about this one? Do you want another Ray one? And I think I got my second one as a gift. And then it just sort of like piled on. Like people started to be like, oh, well, you like Ray, so let me get you Ray ones. It became like an easy gift.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden I like was like 2 away from having the complete Ray collection of Funkos. And I was like, well, might as well, you know? And then it just like kept going. But for me, the reason I like them is I think it's just fun to see if I can get the deal before it goes big, you know?
So you started out with just like, oh, this is kind of fun and cute, and then it just like escalated into like a almost like a business mindset.
A little bit, like people will invest their money in businesses. I invest mine in toys.
Penny stocks, right?
Yeah, penny stock. There we go.
I mean, truthfully, I see your guys' Funko Pops, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like that would be kind of a cool little thing. And then I'm just like, okay, recenter. I'm not gonna do anything with it. It's just gonna sit there and collect dust.
Yes. I mean,
So
they do sit there and collect dust, that's for sure.
yeah, I will get you a game one.
Yeah, I should. Well, I mean, like, okay, so like for you, you got it as a gift.
Yeah.
And like I even joked about getting one for you as a gift for Christmas. So like would you eventually like if I did get you those, would you eventually like decide to get that up? Or would you like see the value in it and keep it?
Well, what do you mean see the value in it and keep it? Because sometimes if you see the value in it, you sell it.
Well, that's what I meant. Like, would you sell it? Like,
I think there's just like circumstances that like I don't know, like I have kept and collected nostalgia throughout the years. I mean, this Mario blanket is I got it in 2010 or 2011. So,
mhm.
I mean, I've kept it forever, and it's obviously like it doesn't even cover my body. So
Yeah.
like I do have this thing where I keep and collect a lot of things, but like since I keep and collect a lot of things every now and then, I just go through a purge.
Yeah.
And like I'll be real, like sometimes I'll look at something that was a gift and I'll be like, "Oh, this was a gift." Like they put a lot of thought and time and into giving it to me and like I mean, this specifically made them think of me kind of thing.
Okay, but let's say that this $10 gift turned into worth $2,000.
I'd sell it probably.
Let's see, that's what I'm
But
curious about.
but
Yeah.
like what I'm getting at though is if it was worth $10 when you gave it to me and it's still worth $10, like I think like okay, this is getting more into like the what sparks happiness lady,
Oh, Marie Kondo.
Marie Kondo, yeah, where it's like how much mental capacity do I have for my objects?
Yeah.
moving on just a little bit, like, so we've kind of got the appeal of it down, right?
Hmm.
They're just like, I mean, they are cute, but
I
I
mean,
think
look
you
at their
really,
faces.
yeah, look at those faces. Come
Look
on,
at,
come on. It's like a baby, small body, big head. Come on,
come on.
come
Those little hands can't hold with me.
on. Harry's holding a wand, actually.
A little baby wand.
A funky wand.
Oh.
Oh geez, I just got derailed. I have no idea where I'm going anymore.
You got the appeal of it.
Oh no. Yeah, you nailed it when you mentioned that, like, people kind of like resonate with these characters, is what you said. Like they like for instance, like someone's gonna like Ninja Turtles. Funko Pop has Ninja Turtles. Someone's gonna like Harry Potter. Funko has Harry Potter. If there's some sort of popular culture, chances are Funko Pop is gonna have it.
Yeah. Well, and also Funko Pop hasn't like put themselves in a box with just doing like TV and movies. The Seattle Mariners are giving away a Funko Pop of one of their players. Like to the first like 20,000 fans.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, my I have a friend who has a huge Funko Pop collection, and he oh, what's the mascot he got? I think it was the Suns mascot.
Hmm.
He like found out that GameStop nearby was selling it, so he like, I think, I don't remember if I was with him when he got it, or because like, so we played Pokemon Go in the mall, and while we were playing Pokemon Go in the mall, he's like, oh, I got to stop in GameStop, and he like bought some Funko Pops real quick.
See,
Yeah.
it's also really easy to justify $10. I spend more going to Panda Express than I do on a Funko.
Yeah, just don't eat for a day.
Yeah, I mean, especially as a college student, you make those choices every day.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, who do you think Funko Pops appeal to most, like age group?
I would actually say the millennials, those that grew up with Pokemon cards, those that grew up with like the Barbies. I also know that the younger masses, like Gen X and Gen Z, I feel like,
Gen X is older than millennial.
sorry, Gen Z. Let's just call it Gen Z because I think that's what it is.
Well, but are you talking about like the little kids too, Gen Alpha?
Nah, not the little kids.
So just millennials and Z. Got it.
Yeah, I'd say millennials and Z because I feel like for one, Generation Z, I think also sort of views themselves a little bit as millennials. I think that they're like, oh, I've also experienced a lot of what the millennials or at least the younger millennials have gone through. So I think just like a lot of the Funkos are current media and current people that it emulates. And I feel like the older generation boomers, I think they think that they're cute, but they already have stuff in their house. They have that precious moments and like American Girl dolls, like they have
Yeah,
those.
they're the kind of people who went to Mexico and got like the porcelain frog and like got a new one every time they went to a different place, kind of thing.
Yeah, they're like, let me show you my postcard collection.
Pet rocks.
Yes. See what I mean? So they have their collection. I feel like millennials really like it because of the nostalgia, the comfort in it. And then
Yeah,
Gen Z,
millennials are
like
a
I
bunch of
said,
nostalgia rats.
yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Would you agree though? Do you think that that's who it's going after?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, when you think about it, like that's, well, yeah. Do you think I'm trying to think because you're like, oh, they could totally be put in a toy bin, but like I've never seen one in a toy bin.
No,
So
okay, because that's
I
the thing. Like you buy them at $5 and you're like, well, they used to be like $8, right? They've inflated, so they're now like originally $12 if you get them right off the shelf. So I think parents will spend like $50 on something way less durable, but that will eventually be, like more expensive.
yeah. So millennials.
Hmm.
Okay. Moving on a little bit. How how would someone start building a collection? Like, so you've talked a little bit about how you've started building your collection, but like what's like the best strategies? Okay, let's break this down.
Okay.
I feel like there's going to be two types of people who are going to buy Funko Pops. I'm not talking generations anymore. I'm talking, there's people that are going to go after their favorite characters,
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty easy for them to figure out how to start their collection. Just find your favorite characters, right?
Yes, that's how I did it. Yeah.
And then I think there's people who would collect kind of as like an investment thing.
hmm
So how would you like what sort of advice would you give to those people who want to like invest in Funko?
If you're gonna invest in Funko, I would say first step is to follow Funko Pop on social medias because they're pretty good about letting you know when a drop is coming. And then also look up special realtors. Wait, no, that's not the word.
People
Look up
selling houses also sell Funkos.
no, what's that one? It's like a storefront. Retailers.
Oh, yeah, I was not going to get there.
Sorry. Okay, so you look up different
Retailers.
retailers. You look up different retailers, and then they will have exclusives, and the exclusives are the ones that cost the most. So if that's what your whole intent is to like resell it, they have a very limited number of those exclusive ones. So like Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, Walmart even has some, but Walmart usually tends to overproduce. The biggest and honest, like if you are like really into it and you want to go like feet first, go to a Comic-Con. Buy a Funko Pop,
Oh,
buy a Funko Pop, pay the $80 to get on Celebrity Row, which is where you get to go down a line and get signatures from every single celebrity that's there. And then take your Funko Pop and instead of having them sign the poster, have them sign the Funko Pop. And then all of a sudden that Funko Pop that would have probably resold for like $50 is now worth like $500.
does it have to be a Funko Pop of one of their characters though?
Um, it would sell better and they might not sign it if it's not of them.
Okay. Yeah, because
But
I was gonna say like if I take like I don't know, like if I take like a Harry Potter Funko and have someone from Lord of the Rings sign it. Actually, that'd be really funny to have Elijah Wood sign a
it
Harry
would
Potter.
actually, yeah. It might sell more. Do that.
Yeah, like now that you're talking about this, I remember the cast of Vikings like sharing their Funko Pops on social media when they were selling them during Comic Con, and I was like, oh, those look so cool.
Yeah, the Comic-Con ones by far sell the most because those ones are like so like when a Funko Pop is produced, there's like hundreds of thousands. If it's just like for everyone. And then if it's like a popular one, it'll go on pre-sale from like Target, Walmart, all your major retailers. But if it's an exclusive, the pre-sale goes out the day that it's announced.
Interesting. No matter the store,
Not really. If it's an exclusive, those exclusives are so hard to find.
except for Walmart, like you said.
Yeah, Walmart. Well, because Walmart overproduces, like I said. Like it just
What about
like
Amazon?
no, it's hard to get it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's intense. It's like pretty competitive, but once you get into it, you're in it.
Which social media is the best one to follow Funko on? Do you follow
TikTok.
Funko or Funko Pop or
It's just Funko because that's the name of it. It's just Funko.
well,
I
because they
follow.
make other weird toys too.
Yeah, they're getting into like those itty bitty ones, sort of like the what are those balls that you have to open and it looks like orange slices? Mini brands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're trying to get into that, and I don't really like that, but
So TikTok is the best place to follow Funko for the exclusives.
yes, and also you can follow other TikTokers who are into Funko collection, and then you can trade with them.
Oh, smart.
Yeah.
Smart, just like Pokemon cards.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like for those of you that are like, I'd still never get into it just to turn around and make $300. Honestly and truthfully, like, you can, there's a lot of Funkos worth like $2,000 above. It's like buying a car for $10 and being able to sell it for 3,000.
Okay, but does anyone ever own a $2,000 or $3,000 Funko Pop and sell it for $10?
Well, well, no, they don't sell it for $10, but like sometimes you'll find people who are just trying to like clean out their Funko Pop collection. A lot of times they're out of box. So that devalues it by probably like 25 to 50% depending on the Funko. But you could find like people just selling them to sell them because they're tired of them.
Hmm,
Yeah.
weird. weird little world.
Oh, okay. So I was just gonna say I pulled up the top 8 Funko Pops, like the
Okay.
8 most expensive. So which one do you think is the most expensive?
I don't know anything about Funko Pops, so I'm gonna guess it's like gold flavored or like diamondish looking,
No,
see through.
the most expensive Funko Pop ever.
Fortnite.
Nope.
Okay.
I will give you a hint. It does involve chocolate.
Willy Wonka. Is it an
Yes.
Oompa Loompa?
Willy Wonka and an Oompa Loompa. It's a 2-pack. It sold for $100,000.
What? How much original would that be?
$20.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm telling you, like
How
people,
how did that get up that high?
somebody saw the value in it and decided that they wanted it.
That's the thing about just art in general that I don't get. That like, well, okay, I mean there is certain conspiracy money laundering things surrounding high priced art that like if you want to go down a YouTube rabbit hole, it's really fun, but try to stay grounded. But it's like people assigning value to art is just so funny to me because it's like the person who created that Willy Wonka and his Oompa Loompa gave it the value of $20.
Mhm.
And the person who created it probably gave it the value of like $5,
Yeah.
you know? So it's just kind of funny that like someone out there was like, I have to have this and I will spend $100,000 on it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's just wild.
People like what they like. What can you say?
But I mean, maybe they did it for a tax break.
Probably.
Like if they bought it and gave it to one of their employees as like a thing, I don't know.
I mean, it could be
Who
penny
knows?
stocks.
It's a penny stock. Jeez, what are the other ones? Just rapid fire.
Okay, number 2 is a Clockwork Orange glow in the dark. That one's worth 70,000. The third one
Wait.
is,
Can I ask you a question real quick about this?
yeah, absolutely.
Does that mean that if I have Willy Wonka and an Oompa Loompa, that I could sell it for $100,000
It depends
because
on the
someone else
one.
has done it?
It depends on it. First of all, it depends if there's a buyer, right? And I think it also depends on, like, I wouldn't sell a Stranger Things Funko Pop right now because it's not prevalent in media right now. But if the season finale came out or the series finale, then I would sell one.
So, that's actually that brings up a pretty good question. If things happen within franchises, can that increase the value? Like, for instance, Max was a huge part of Stranger Things. Did her being a huge part of Stranger Things increase her previous Funko values?
Yeah, 100%.
So if 11 were to die in the series finale, I kind of hope she does.
Whoa,
It's
watch out,
just good
Millie.
storytelling. It's good storytelling. That's all.
Watch out, Millie Bobby Brown. Caleb's coming from you for
She
you.
doesn't care. She's in a million other things. She's
Yeah.
freaking Enola Holmes.
Yeah, come on.
Anyway, what I'm getting at though is if she dies, will your 11 in the Rainbow Room increase in value?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, like all the Captain America Funko Pops have shot up in value.
Because he's no longer
Yep. Chris Evans is no longer Captain America, so all of
okay.
his likenesses are like way more expensive.
But I feel like there's a little bit of a difference here because so if 11 were to die and Steve doesn't die, right?
Hmm.
Um, maybe I shouldn't use 11 and Steve. Maybe I should use Nancy and Steve. They're probably more comparable.
Okay.
So let's say Nancy dies and Steve doesn't. Actually, if I were writing it, Steve would die. Let's say Steve dies and Nancy doesn't.
Everybody dies.
No, Nancy lived. Nancy lived.
Okay.
Actually, what I think is going to happen is Jonathan dies and then Nancy and Steve. That's a whole other podcast. Anyway, Steve dies, Nancy lives, but the series is over, so there's not going to be any new content with Nancy.
Yeah.
Do you think Steve would still increase in value more than Nancy?
Yeah, if a character is liked more, no matter whether or not that character has like passed away or not, they're just gonna sell for more.
So it's not necessarily what happens to them in the franchise, it's how well they're received. And so Max wasn't well received until this season.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So like Wanda, she wasn't cool until Infinity War, right? So like her first one actually came out in Civil War, not even Age of Ultron, Civil War. And well, maybe it did come out in Age of Ultron, but hers weren't actually like widely received. They didn't produce a lot of them. She was sort of the villain in the beginning, so people were like, they don't really care about her. And then when she came back and like became like a total boss, that Civil War one I think is like $500.
Wow.
It just depends on if a character's cool or not. And as far as like, it's funny that you bring up Nancy because Nancy got a Funko Pop in season 1 and she didn't get a second one until this last season.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I even have one. This is super cool. I have Will. He was packaged upside down because he was in the upside down.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. I think that's the thing though. Like Funko Pop will like throw in things that the fans are like secret little things. Like a lot of people don't take Funko Pops out of the box. And I do. I'm somebody who takes them out of the box because
Do you keep the box though?
depends on the one. Like if it's like one that I know that's expensive, I'll keep the box. If not, then this is also for me. Like I'm not a collector to sell. So I don't know. I like to enjoy it. I like to see because here's what I'm about to say, right? Sometimes there's things on the back. It's like there was like a Deadpool Funko Pop that I don't own, but I think our little brother does. He's like holding a knife behind his back, and it's like really funny because like that's just Deadpool, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then like some of them just have like details in them that's just like super crazy that you wouldn't think would be on like a toy. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Um, so like with the whole box thing, that's actually kind of the next um topic.
Mm-hmm.
Display and preservation.
Ooh.
Because my friend who collects Funko Pops, like he's got way more than you. Like,
I okay, mine sounds like a lot. It is not a lot.
yeah, like he I couldn't even begin to try to tell you the value that his is. But like he's the kind of guy that he's like pretty methodical when he's like doing it. So like we play Pokemon Go together, and like that's when I first like understood his like how smart he is when it comes to collecting things. Um we should totally have him on sometime.
Oh, 100%.
We should totally have him on. But he was telling me recently that, so he used to just unbox them and throw the box away too. Just same as you. He's like, I got them for me. I want to enjoy them. But he also likes to keep track of like the value of them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he's told me recently that he started um at least keeping the box because like it doesn't matter if they've been unboxed, but if you still have the box, then it's worth a whole lot more.
Yeah. I'd said if the box takes away like 50% of the value.
What if I were to unbox it and then resell it? How much does that take down the value?
If you don't rip the box and uh they can't tell that it's been opened, doesn't matter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's actually a huge thing too. If a box comes damaged, collectors will go nuts.
Is it worth more if it comes pre-damaged or?
No, they don't like it. They'll send it back. And right, so like I had to wait like 9 months for one of my Funko Pops. You can't just be like, give me another one. There's not another one. It's insane. These people are like,
So it's a little bit of a lottery draw too, and you have it shipped to you.
yeah,
Interesting. That's
yeah.
so wild.
Caleb, I honestly like you have 4 Funko Pops in a board game. You're probably in like the 1 percentile of Funko Pop collectors. I have 70. I'm probably in the top 10 or like bottom 10. There's like a whole surface we haven't even scratched.
This honestly sounds a little bit like sneakerheads to me.
Oh yeah, it is. There's
Like,
even black market Funko Pops that come from China that you can get off of eBay.
so if you're a legitimate collector, you have to just know like what makes it legit and what doesn't.
Hmm. There's like a Funko stamp on the shoe.
What's stopping China from putting a Funko stamp on the shoe?
They can get sued.
Okay, I guess that works.
Yeah, that's stopping them.
So like your Max back there, are you going to keep that Max in the box forever?
No, probably not. Preston and I have actually talked about, so they actually come out with like holiday Funko Pops. So like I'll put out Halloween ones. So all my Stranger Things one will go on display during Halloween or during the
Smart.
series premiere. Yeah, so like for the last few, let's see, for like the winter, I was displaying. What did I display? Oh, I have like a Coca-Cola Funko Pop bear from the 90s.
No way.
Yeah, it has like those like sunglasses that don't have like a break in it. It's just like one solar visor.
Uh-huh. And does it have
Yeah.
the scarf too?
Yeah.
Nice.
So he was out there in our living room, and then like yeah, so we just switch him out every once in a while.
Oh man,
Preston's
that
really
is so
really
cool.
sweet about my collection, so
Jeez, that is so cool.
yeah.
Okay. I think we're wrapping up now. That is
Yes.
Funko.
Yes. Thank you for
That,
joining us for it.
that was pretty fun. Go.
Fun city.
Play that Funko music, white boy. Take me to Funko Town. Before we go, let's do a giveaway.
Yay! Giveaway time.
Okay. There are 3 ways to enter into our giveaway. And what you will be winning, you have a choice. Woohoo.
Woohoo!
You could win this Funko Pop.
Or this Funko Pop.
Yeah. If you win, we are going to need your address because we're just shipping it straight out of Amazon.
Or
So,
if it doesn't matter where we ship it, we're still shipping it.
yeah, that's true. We don't need your address. We could use a PO box. We could use your grandma's address.
We could use your neighbors, just grab it before they take it inside.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, the 3 ways that you enter into the giveaway. Number 1, it deals with our email subscription. Okay.
Yes.
So when you subscribe to our email, you get like a welcome to our email thing. When you get that email, you can click reply. So reply with your name and your favorite franchise that you want us to talk about. That's the first way. 1 entry.
The second way is to like, subscribe, and comment on this YouTube video. If you don't comment, it's going to be really hard to figure out if you liked and subscribed.
Yes. 2 entries for that one.
2 dose.
Yeah. Yep. And then another 1 entry. Go to our Instagram, like our most recent post. It'll have our thumbnail from this video. Like that post, comment what you want us to talk about, and tag at least 1 friend in that comment as well. And then click the little paper airplane and share it to your story. That's another 1 entry. So you can get 4 entries.
Yes.
For a Funko Pop. And you might look at that Funko Pop and be like, oh, but it's only worth this much. You know what? So was Willy Wonka.
That's true.
This could be a $100,000 giveaway one day. We don't know.
We could be Mr. Beast.
We could be Mr. Beast right now. We could be giving you a Funko that's going to decrease in value tomorrow.
We could be Jake Paul.
Tell them when we're going to tell them, Paige.
Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we will be drawing the winner, and then we will announce it on the next video.
Yes. That's how we'll do that. And we'll probably just end up using your like username. So don't worry about your name getting on the internet. With our 28 subscribers, you don't know which one of those 28 people is a weirdo, you know?
You just pan over to mom with her eye like twitching.
Dad's the one who would be mad if we put his name out on the internet.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, don't let people know I exist. And you're like, Dad,
you
exist.
rotten kids.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Cool. Love you guys. Bye.
Wow.
Nerd.